I'm joined by Adrian Crismaru, founder of Wiremo. What stood me out to me immediately was how analytical and structured he is as a founder.
So for me, building a team that understand the product, understand the customer needs, and know all the issues that can occur on customers' devices when they use VPN, this was the core thing I built. The team was really good at doing support.
But as you said right now, with good customer relationship, even as a smaller player on the market, you can maybe have some competitive edge because of that, and which we are not seeing at that time.
Build a dedicated team to solve a real problem, niche your problem as much as possible. Don't build for anyone.
Welcome to a new episode of Leaders of Growth. I'm Milan, Savov, CEO of SmartClick, where we help B2B SaaS companies solve two of the biggest growth challenges today. The first one is not showing up in AI search and dealing with traffic drops that directly impacts qualified pipeline. Today's episode is a bit more personal for me. I'm joined by Adrian Crismaru, founder of Wiremo, and someone we had chance to work with closely on a deep SEO analysis project. Adrian and I first met at SaaS in Amsterdam at a very beautiful event. And what stood me out to me immediately was how analytical and structured he is as a founder. So his journey is anything but linear, and that's why and what he will share his story today. Adrian, great to have you here.
Great to meet you, to see you here, Milan. Yeah, we know each other. So, guys, my name is Adrian Crismaru. Originally, I'm from Republic of Moldova. I'm in IT business for 20 plus years. I've started in B2C, then moved to SaaS. I've tried to do different projects. So, in this episode, you will find out about my journey, about my experience, and yeah, I hope you will enjoy it.
That's great. That's great. I hope this will be a really interesting episode because we will also cover SEO, which is not covered by now in any of the episodes. So let's start from the very beginning, before Wiremo and these local SEO tools which you have. You built Hide LP VPN.
Yeah,
So
hide IP VPN.
yeah. What pushed you into SaaS back then when you started actually to build that?
So my journey with hide IP VPN was far a long time ago. I mean, a long time ago. It was 2009, I believe. Yeah, 17 years already will be this year. Uh, I was an IT guy. I was having my first company open in Republic of Moldova. I was helping small businesses with their servers. Like I was good at Linux, Unix, FreeBSD, and so on. I was doing this kind of services in Moldova, but then I realized that the big money in worldwide market. So knowing this VPN technology, I've built a lot of VPN connections between companies. I've seen a high demand of this kind of services, and with the help of a guy from Romania, which I met online, we've built this startup called Hide IP VPN, and we started like small. We've had just 2 servers, one in UK, I believe, yeah, 2 in US. It was a free service. Then we've seen the demand, we validated the idea, and then we started to get subscribers. That's how it was. And at some point, it wasn't necessary for Hide IP VPN to get customer reviews, customer feedback, and I was looking for a platform to do this. And years back, there was no such many SaaS in this field. So first, I've just built with my team a small widget for the HideIP VPN website to collect customer reviews,
Yeah.
And then I've seen that many companies have the same problem. This is why I've started Wiremo. I've built it first for any website, like a widget which you can install and then collect the feedback or reviews automatically by sending review request emails. Then I saw an opportunity to get it even better. I mean, to get Wiremo to a bigger market, which is an e-commerce market. And this is how we started to rebrand Wiremo for e-commerce.
Yeah, yeah.
So
We will come
basically,
to
this
that.
is the journey of Wiremo.
Yeah, yeah. We will come to that, but I just want to hear your story like before. So, what that first business actually teach you? Because it was B2C, not actually B2B at the very beginning. So, what that teach you as a founder from the very beginning?
Yeah, a lot of things actually, because I was just after the university, I didn't know too much about B2C or B2B. And everything I know today, I've learned myself. It was painful way to learn, but when you learn in this way, it stays in your mind and create you as a personality, as a business owner. So uh,
I'm asking you this because I'm also from IT, and I know the struggles which we as an IT guys have when we start a company. We mostly think how to improve the product, how to make better features, but we forgot to actually create a team around us, do some sales, do some marketing, and so on. So that was like the reason why I'm trying to dig deeper. So maybe you can share some mistake which you did when you started that first company, which actually cost you money back then, or maybe time.
yeah, the first thing it comes to my mind is it was like the loss of reinvestment. Sorry. So I was not focusing too much on SEO at that time. Actually, my partner was doing this. So basically, what I've made it correctly, if I would say, my mistake was the not going in time with reinvestment, let's say like this. So I've seen the opportunity to invest in or buy the websites that were doing at that time review about VPN services, you know, and this idea came to me and stayed with me, but I was struggling with this idea. Then the competitors came in, big competitors, and they took all of these websites. And we at that time we were rated like position number 1, 2, 3 on all review VPN review websites.
Wow.
But as the uh, big players came in, they bought all of these sites and also created new one. In this way, they removed us from top VPN providers, from top recommendation, and we started to lose clients at that time. So the
Wow.
traffic was very important for us.
So if I understand you well, you ranked back then for the top three position for almost everything which was like important for you to rank. But then these big guys started purchasing all of these other websites and then beat your rankings,
Yeah.
which reflected in probably less leads.
Yes. Less leads, less sales. So the growth was stuck at that time. That was my biggest
Yeah.
failure. But if we talk about something what I've learned from
Yeah.
B2C was the quality of support. So for me, building a team that understand the product,
Mhm.
understand the customer needs, uh, and know all the issues that can occur on customers' devices when they use VPN. This was the core thing I built. So the team was really good at doing support, and everywhere on the internet, there was people were spreading that our support quality and time is the best one. So
Yeah,
we were small, and when you compete with big players, you have to do something better than them.
yeah. That's reasonable. We had some similar situation with a bigger company who became our client. And when I asked them why they chose us because of others, they said that you are smaller and you will put more focus to us, because if we arrange a big company, we will be just another client in their big list. And it was a bit like shock for me because I never thought it on that way before. But as you said,
Yeah,
right now, with good customer relationship, even as a smaller player on the market, you can maybe have some competitive edge because of that, and which we are not seeing at that time.
yeah, we've seen it many times. For example, customers who were leaving us for a competitor, they
Mm.
were returning to us after a few
Yeah.
months, and they all of the feedbacks was about the quality of support.
Yeah.
So they choose us because we take care of them.
Yeah. And now you're moving from B2C to actually platform for e-commerce. What was like that in practice? How did you validate Wiremo before go all in into that story?
So Wiremo was validated in time. We've seen that the widget is performing very well on the Hide IP VPN webpage.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started to build a dashboard around that widget, so we can have more control. We can solve the customer problems which would they talk in the reviews. Sometimes people just don't write to you before they get too angry, you
Yeah.
know. And we've built a tool in our dashboard that will automate opening a ticket for a review with negative sentiment. So we were
Yeah.
detecting the review sentiment, and if it was a negative sentiment, then it was triggering to open a ticket. This is how we even improved better the quality of the our support and the quality of our services. So seeing this impact at Hide PVPN, I've told to my friends who were having also e-commerce websites or
Mhm.
SaaS projects, and I've told them about this idea. They were not collecting reviews at that time. They think that this is a good opportunity and good time to start collecting reviews. They started to use our service for free. This is how
Mhm.
we partially validated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we used to hire a company in US to do some actual research on how the widget works, how the customers are interacting with our product. Um, then from that feedback, we also understood that the service is quite good. The widget is doing its job, and we moved all into e-commerce. We moved into WooCommerce. Then we built a connection with Shopify,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Squarespace. So we serve people using WooCommerce, Squarespace, and Shopify now.
Yeah. The thing which you mentioned, that you run like a survey with negative point of view for the questions. This is something which we are testing currently, because I think on that way you will really give the honest feedback. For example, if you ask a question, what we did not deliver on the level which you expected, and that's the thing, that you're opening a space to the client to say a specific thing which is missing from the whole service, or what's the thing which frustrates you and you never share it with us. But I think you have to have like an honest communication with the customers, just so they feel free to share all of these things, and that's really really great. So what now like you're building the tools around the local SEO and agencies. Can
Yeah.
you share why local?
Okay. Here is the story. So 8 years ago, we moved with our family, with my family. I moved to Tenerife, Canary Island.
Mm-hmm.
My wife. So I was having a business. I was doing my online business as
Yeah.
usually. I can work from anywhere in the world. The team was in Moldova at that time and other parts of the country. So I was able to work online, but my wife wanted a job, something with passion, something that something that will bring her joy.
Mm.
So she was a good bakery. She's cooking very well, but she wanted to explore something new, and she made a product that wasn't here in Tenerife, a raw vegan cake. So she's having a small bakery,
Mm-hmm.
selling raw vegan cakes, making all of the stuff at home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's how I started. I've built. I was thinking how to bring the clients to my wife without spending much on ads.
Yeah.
So the first thing came to me was to create a Google business profile.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, then I've created a small website, local website. Um so I was very curious how to bring more traffic to the Google business profile itself, how the Google Maps ranking is working, what's
Yeah.
relaying on, and also here involved reviews, which I'm expert in. So I knew about everything about reviews at that time, how to collect, how to ask. This is how I get in. So I've started to learn local SEO for my wife Google business profile,
Yeah. That
and in time I was able to rank her number one for every local keyword. That's
for her
how
business.
I understood how it's working.
For her business, right?
Yeah, yeah. Then
That.
I needed a tool to measure these rankings, and without paying to somebody else.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
made my own scripts. So as I'm also a developer, I know things how I know how things are working, and I've built my own tools. Then from these tools, we've made available to our or to all of the customers who want it. It was free tool for checking the ranking on Google Maps.
Yeah, and it's a bit like different because everyone goes from local. Everyone, most of the businesses goes from local to global, but you think it differently. So, is it like an underestimated part? Is there enough total addressable market for these local tools, like local SEO tool?
Definitely, every local business needs traffic.
Yeah.
So their traffic relies on Google Business Profile on their local website. But I try to not sell directly to the business, but
Hmm.
actually make partnership with agencies, local SEO agencies. So basically, we are building the tools for agencies and not for the customers. It's, not for the business directly. But also we serve these tools directly to the business owners.
Do you have some like? Do you found any pattern? What do local businesses struggle with the most?
Uh, getting customers to call them, getting customers to drive in. So basically, this is the driver for local business. If you don't have traffic, you don't have
Yeah.
money. You cannot pay for the rent. You cannot pay for the stuff.
And
That's it. They are. problem is that they don't understand how Google works or
Hmm.
how Google Business Profile works. They don't know a lot of things. They don't know mostly nothing about SEO.
They don't know what they
They,
don't know.
yeah, they care only about leads coming to their business door.
Yeah, yeah. Because we work mostly with companies who target globally with B2B SaaS companies, but sometimes we have some requests from local businesses. But for me, it's a bit challenge to actually understand them the value of having a good website with optimized website, which will bring them traffic and leads and at the end more sales. How do you usually do that? Do you do some education to these local businesses, or how they come to you to use the tool? Or
Yeah, what we do, we try to simplify the things for the customers, also the agencies, so they can manage hundreds of business profiles inside our tools. They can track a lot of businesses with our G-Track tool, which we launched last year. And now we are building and finalizing a tool called G-Local. It will be a tool to manage Google Business Profile with easy. Like you can automate a lot of things. You just once configure it, then you enjoy and see the results. We do automation. So I'm the biggest fan of automation,
mm,
and what I try to what problem I try to solve is uh, you don't have to work so much for local SEO
yeah, yeah,
in order to serve a client as an agency, for example, or as a business. You don't have to stay a lot or even use a lot of time thinking how to reply to this review. We do it automatically. We send an email with free replies where you can choose the reply or slightly edit the reply directly from email.
yeah. That's really good. Once you told me a story that you partner with university friends and you started some like business. Can you tell me more about that? What worked well? What breaks in that like founder friendship which you had back then?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. it, I believe it was after 2 3 years of running high IP VPN.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, as I study in Moldova, the IT university, my friends also were from IT.
So you're all
Uh,
technical guys.
yeah, I was the technical guy. So, but my friends were more in SEO, design, management. So we partnered to create a similar project like Hide IP VPN, and we've made it. I was just thinking that I can diversify my revenue, in
Mm-hmm.
case my main business fall down or something like this. Uh, at that time, I was thinking it is a good idea, but the time showed me that it wasn't. So the biggest problem started when my friends were putting pressure on me to work more for our common project
Mm.
than for my base project.
Yeah.
This is when I started to lose the focus on high IP VPN. Yeah, I was making more money, but I was feeling guilty about that. I've left my own
Mm.
business
Yeah.
uh, on my team, more on my team than me. Yeah.
Did you had
In
like
and in B2C, you have to be involved a lot,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
And when you entered in this partnership, did you had like clear roles? Who does what in this relationship in this business, or you just went with enthusiasm to build something together?
It was first on enthusiasm, but then we very shortly realized that we need an agreement, and that part was made by one of our friends. So he was good at agreements, and we write down everything. I mean, describing each other roles,
Yeah.
how we can take holidays, what happen if somebody wants to exit, and so on. So actually, the roles were defined, but in time, it was like rebuilt because the things are changing in time, you know.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So actually, yeah, we started with an agreement, and that agreement helped me a lot when I exited. I've sold my part after 5 years, and I got back to high day PVPN,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the time when I started Wiremo. So I used
So actually, this is like
the exit money to invest in Wiremo. Sorry.
actually this is like the second project which you mentioned that you started too early.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
now I got it.
So I believe it was too early because the it wasn't everything was not so great at high day PVPN at that time. So this is why I consider it was too early and too
Yeah.
dangerous for my main business.
Yeah, yeah. And now you're starting a Wiremo.
Yes. Once I've sold the part of business with my friends, I've reinvested this money into Wiremo. This is what gave me the possibility to hire a team of developers, you know, because building such a SaaS isn't an easy
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
I mean, we started with a simple widget, but then it grew into multiple integrations with different e-commerce
Yeah.
websites and so on.
And if you like back few years, like before starting Wiremo, you mentioned some bad reinvestments, some bad mistakes. What would you do differently if you had to start over once again in that journey?
Yeah, if we talk about high VPN, I would definitely create and buy review sites. The sites were who were reviewing VPN service providers. That was we actually did it at some point, but it was too late. I mean, the competition was too big at that time. What else? I would invest more in SEO. So building a foundation, a stable foundation for your website, for your SaaS or B2C is very important. You have to build the brand.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you have to build a brand, so each one should know your brand name, and the brand name should associate with the quality you provide.
And I'm really interested in choosing partners. If you had to give yourself an advice to your younger self when choosing a partner, what should he should be take careful of?
I always was struggling with the partner who is good at marketing. So I would choose a partner who is good at marketing, and who can basically represent the brand in social media, who can talk about the brand, who can talk about the services and problems we are solving, uh, and not to go with friends.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, because you can lose the friendship even if you exit with clear rules written by and agreed by everyone. Yeah, that's. I would go with the stranger now, but not with friends and family.
if I understand you well, before you mentioned that you signed that agreement, but a bit later in the phase. So, what would happen, for example, if you did that when you started from the very beginning? Would do you think it would be like different from the actual beginning of that project?
Actually, it would be worse because we made it in like in I believe in half a year after starting the project, so it wasn't too much time. But in this period, we've learned about the business. We've learned what skills everybody uh, can put into this project, and this is how we clearly defined and divided the responsibilities. You know, I was always responsible for the technical part.
Yeah, yeah, that's really reasonable because you're looking for someone actually who can complement your skill set and
Yeah.
do the marketing, do maybe the sales and so on. Okay, that's really like really great thinking. And now you're doing Wiremo. So can you tell us more about that? Maybe just to explain the product, what it actually do, how what is the biggest problem like it solves for the customers?
Yeah, Wiremo it's a customer review platform that's taking care. Mainly it was like this brand was serving this
Hmm.
only this service. um, we built a system which we were thinking it was the best to it was working like a charm, asking for reviews. We understood when we have to send the emails, what's the right time, what's the right frequency, how many times you have to email a customer to get a review actually. And we've learned a lot from reviews. um, yeah, because reviews in my opinion is the biggest, or the, how to say, reviews are the biggest thing that customers can give you actually for free. You know, from reviews, from that feedback, you understand how you move. Is your support quality good? Is your product enough good? And so on. uh, but as I'm getting bored in my life, you know, I think I
Right.
have like 5 to 7 years span cycle for a project.
Yeah.
I love to build things, so I cannot stay for a long time at the same point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is how I came to an idea to transform the Wiremo brand into something that, into a company that will help not only with reviews but also with a local SEO, Google Business Profile, and
Yeah.
everything related to Google Business, and actually local websites.
Yeah. And before you mentioned that you work directly with agencies, but also with like end businesses. So what's different here about selling your service to agencies, selling service to the end businesses?
Yeah, and businesses, they have to be taught.
Mm.
They don't know almost anything.
So
So
it's
for
easier
them,
to sell to agencies, so they proceed after that with the end user.
yes. So let's talk about the end users. They need magic buttons.
Mm.
So this is how they understand things should work for them.
Yeah.
They want to click one button, then just wait for good results.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem selling to end customer. You have to teach them, you have to educate how to use the tool, how to, that actually they have to put a little bit of effort to firstly configure it and then run it automatically. Agencies, they mostly, they know these things, they know how things should work, they know what to expect from a tool.
Yeah.
um, what What else? And they value the automation, because what agencies are looking is to automate their process, to simplify their processes.
Yeah.
This is what we are doing right now. We are building the tool to simplify the processes of onboarding local SEO customer, uh, tracking its results, and managing Google Business Profile at scale. When for example, it's easy to manage one Google Business Profile, but when you have hundreds, what you
Yeah,
do?
yeah, it becomes
Uh,
complicated.
yeah.
And that's why there Wiremo comes actually to help you
Yes.
manage more and more profiles without losing
Yes.
so much time, so much accounts.
Yes. Um, this is the idea. The whole idea is to simplify the process and give the agency more time to onboard new customers.
Yeah.
So as they have new customers, you have more money.
Yeah, that's great. And we're coming to the end. So I want to talk to you honestly about our cooperation because it's first time also for us to actually has like conversation like this. So can you tell me before reaching to us, what was like your the biggest problem which you're facing with when it comes to organic?
Yeah, for Wiremo, organic traffic was always the important thing. I was relying on organic actually for all of my businesses, more than
Hmm.
for ads. I mean, so SEO was the biggest point. In time, we've made a lot of mistakes, writing blog posts that didn't rank. We didn't check the structure of the website, or we didn't put too much effort into this. So the problem was declining SEO results, organic results, and I was like very interested to understand what is the biggest issue in our website. I was like, I need to know what is bad to understand how to fix it, and what should be the strategy for our SEO. Because, as I said, Wiremo is slightly moving from just a customer review platform to more like local SEO platform. So my biggest question was, what's the pain point in our website? And this is what you guys made for us: the technical audit and the strategy.
Yeah, yeah. So if I understand you well, you had a decline, and that's the reason why you wanted to understand deeper what exactly is happening. I'm
Yes.
I'm just curious how long it took you until you made that decision.
um, the decision came from moving the business to a new field. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we were, in terms of Google, we were standing good for terms like reviews,
Mm-hmm.
and this is also related to Google Business, where you collect reviews. I mean, for the website, you show your reviews.
Yeah.
But for the other terms, Google wasn't liking us.
Mm.
So this is what I was trying to understand: how to build the website uh, to make it, or how to make Google understand that we are also good in local SEO tools. And also that we met each other at SaaS event. We talked to each other. I've seen that you you represent your company. I've seen that you understand the SEO problems, and this is how I came to the idea to ask you about the SEO check. How do you
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
the?
And when we started working together, is there was there like a skeptical thing which you was about during the cooperation?
Yeah, I was thinking that I was afraid that it will be another technical SEO audit without a clear strategy what to do next, what to fix,
Mm.
and where to dive in. Because at time I mean in the past I've hired also SEO agencies that
Mm.
were doing technical audit, but it was very unprofessional. I mean, href a tool like href can give you the same results as I was getting from those companies. So
Mm.
that was my biggest
Just throwing away
point.
money for another generic audit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and what was like the most important thing inside which you wanted to see, which you were looking for?
uh, what keeps us back? I mean, what keeps Google not trust us, not trust Wiremo as a business in the field of where we are moving? I mean, to Google Business Profile, SEO, and so on. So that that was my biggest pain point to understand why Google doesn't trust us
Mm. That
and
that
how and what we have to make to bring more topical authority in the field.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you had previous experience with other SEO agencies, who most of them delivered like generic audits. Why did you decided to do once more? Why did you choose us, and how did you actually decide to okay, let's try another one?
Uh, as I said, it was a decline in the traffic. So, and the traffic is money for us. That was the biggest signal for me that I have to do, and I decided to try once again. Maybe I was thinking that you can do it. Just the feeling,
Mm.
every business owner maybe have this feeling,
Yeah, yeah,
like you feel that this person, this business will help you with your problems.
yeah. Thanks for sharing this openly. And when we started working together, like, what did you like most about the process, the systems, the communication? Can you share a few things here?
Yeah, I was impressed that how many people are working for this project.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was thinking that it will be one person
Mm-hmm.
doing all the technical stuff, keywords, and the topical authorities, and so
Yeah.
on. But actually, as I remember, it was three guys. Everyone was representing its own field
Yeah.
in this technical audit, and not only. I was impressed that we were doing weekly meetings, and I was giving the result already results without waiting for a long time.
Mm.
I was already having some results and some instructions on how to fix.
Mm-hmm.
That I liked a lot. And yeah, the final meeting, the final explanation, and also the time frame you give me um, to give you additional questions and so on.
So, if I understand you well, you were like surprised how many people are actually working on the project, but
Yes.
also you liked the weekly meetings, the actual findings which were reported right after the week, not just waiting to complete the full audits. So that gives you like a speed to implement things like faster.
Yes. Yes. And SEO is slow.
Yeah.
You see, you do things now, but you can see the results in like a month at least, or 2 3 months. So the time was very important here to act now and not wait
Mm.
anymore.
Yeah, that's great. And what changed internally for you after you get the analysis? You get the clarity which you were expecting. What's blocking you?
Yeah, we were having the clarity. We know. I mean, at that call, one of my guy also jumped at that call, who actually cared or doing things on our website.
Hmm.
So he clearly understood what we have to do, what we have to fix, because your team delivered the results in clear spreadsheets. Everything was connected. This problem, this is the solution, or how to fix it. So we were having like a big tutorial on how to do things right, and we now know what not to repeat,
Yeah.
what we can avoid in the future. And it was a great lesson.
Yeah, I'm happy that you're happy for the delivery. So, because we're at the end of this podcast, uh, if you want like to share any advice for SaaS leaders, for people in the SaaS business, what would that be? Which maybe will change their life on better.
Mm, okay, let's say like this. Nowadays with AI, you can vibe code anything, mostly anything. The most important assets for the business owner is actually the knowledge, the deep knowledge of something, of one problem. When people want to build, or if you are going to build a SaaS, you have to know the field. I mean, as I did, I've jumped into optimizing Google Business Profile. Yeah. So you have to know what you do before you build. You have to validate your ideas before you invest a lot of money. Uh, you you have to build a team, dedicated team. For example, for me, my team is with me for years. I mean,
Yeah.
10 plus years. I have people working for me 10 plus years. So build a dedicated team, be with your team, and build for the to solve a problem. To solve a real problem, niche your problem as much as possible. Don't build for anyone.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. Adrian, really thanks for this honest conversation. Do you think that there is something which we maybe missed on the call, so you want to share it, or that's pretty?
That's it, actually. Thank you for having me on this podcast. I hope your viewers will enjoy this podcast and will uh, get some useful things from it.
Yeah, yeah, there will be for sure, and especially appreciate your transparency around what you shared about starting projects too early, investing before validation, because these lessons are actually really expensive, and not a lot of people are willing to share them openly.
Yeah.
So we're ending here for everyone listening. If you're building a SaaS, especially in this competitive niche, maybe like local SEO e-commerce systems are really like very important, and visibility matters more than ever now. Thanks for your trust about our cooperation and for sharing your experience here. And everyone, if you enjoyed this episode, just follow the podcast Leaders of Growth so you can see more conversations with founders who build actual stories in SaaS companies. Till next time, keep leading, keep growing. Bye bye.